So this time, hopefully, this doesn't, like, fuck up at any point. Hopefully OBS complies, actually, doesn't stop stream halfway through before reconnecting for like a minute. Well, it still technically is Happy Friday the 13th. So it's actually very kind of ironic that it's like Halloween Friday the 13th today, because well, when I start the stream for me, hopefully, because the itinerary for this stream is to finish the Water 7 levels, or finish the Water 7 stuff, which just is the last escape level with Garp. Fun fact, Garp in this level, or Garp in Pirate Warriors 3, Garp is playable. In Pirate Warriors 4, he's not. He's here, but he's not playable. Which kind of sucks. But we are going to escape Water 7, run away from Garp, and theoretically, we should wind up at Thriller Bark, which is basically the Halloween arc of this series. But it's not here. We go straight from Water 7 to Sabaody. Which, sure. It's not like that was kind of a major thing for the series, but, you know. I will say, though, they do something really cool with the Sabaody levels that we'll see when we get there. Yeah. I don't know if Aokiji is going to be as strong as he's supposed to here. Especially now that... Oh! Something I do want to point out. Something I do want to point out, though. While I was farming, I decided that I am way too strong for this game. I have grinded way too much, and am now incredibly overleveled for this. And so, as a bit of a caveat, there's a bit of a fix for the whole me being super overleveled thing. I have upped the game difficulty. As you can see here, difficulty, this is basically just like the normal easy hard thing from Pirate Warriors 3, but this applies to everything outside of the treasure log. So this applies to everything outside of the treasure log, because the treasure logs have like set difficulty. I think this actually applies to special log, now that I think about it, the DLC stuff. Which I didn't think about until, like, just now. But anyway, so yes, I'm actually going to be playing on hard mode, because, I mean, I may as well, I'm that high level. So, we're going to now start, start the escape of Emmy's lobby. Open. we are going to start the Escape of Eddie's Lobby now. And like I mentioned earlier, this is the last level of the Eddie's Lobby arc. The next arc should be Thriller Bark, which would be very appropriate for Friday the 13th during October. Thriller Bark in its entirety is not in this game. Like, I don't even think Moria and Perona have character models in this. And one thing that I didn't really think about, I mentioned before that I feel like this game was rushed very heavily, and that's why a lot of stuff that was in older games didn't make it in. I saw a video talking about this game, basically just a tier list ranking all the characters before the new DLC that dropped like a month ago. And welcome. Very nice to see you again. But the video that I saw mentioned, like, basically went over, like, hey, here's the basics of how this game plays. And he brought up an idea that I didn't really think about until just hearing about it then. Part of the reason that so many characters had to be cut wasn't because, like, they couldn't, or wasn't because they were lazy or they sucked at making this game or anything like that. It's because the work of revamping literally every single returning character to work in this game style was massive. Like, every single character that was in a previous game would have had to be reworked entirely to fit how this game plays. With, like, aerial combos and jumps and stamina wheels and stuff like that. And so that's kind of why there are so many characters that were cut, but also so many new characters, because they didn't have to rework them, they just could make them. Okay, so, and once again, I did up the difficulty because I think I'm a bit over-leveled for this game at this point. I'm pretty sure the final level of Wano is recommended level 8. Most of my characters are level like 7 or 8 in every single stat at this point, because I have upgraded them so far. Oh. Let's run away from an old man that can fire cannonballs with his hands. Or his bare hands. Yeah, so like, I'm gonna be doing a level 3 mission, for a stage that is recommended level 3. You know, I'm not entirely sure. I'm not super great at math, but I think these numbers are higher than 3. Just a bit. I think I'm gonna go with Sanji, because he has a new full first burst after Eni's Lobby for Diablo Jamba. Oh, and you can kind of see Pandaman down at the bottom there. You can see his head poking out. I still love this, like, loading minigame. This is really cute.
Marinefordに別れを告げ、戦いの傷を癒すルフィたち。そこへフランキーが現れ、一味のために新しい船を作りたいと申し出る。ルフィたちはフランキーの提案を喜んで受け入れ、新たな船の完成と未だ戻らないウソップを待つことになった。そこに突如、海軍本部中将げんこつのガープが現れる。ガープは長年にわたって海賊たちと戦い、伝説の海兵と称される強者である。
Hey, I think this is the first instance of armament hockey being used.
愛ある拳は防ぐ術なし。随分暴れとるようじゃの、ルフィ。
I mean, development time can stop you.
孫であるルフィを
You used to
強
be
い海兵
playable.
にするため、幼い頃から鍛えていたが、 赤髪のシャンクスの影響で勝手に海賊になったことに激怒していた。
シャンクスは俺の命の恩人だ。悪く言うな。ごめんなさい。
じいちゃんに向かって言うなとは何事じゃ。そもそも赤髪がどれほどの海賊かお前分かってるのか。
シャンクスはグランドライン後半の海に君臨する
We
4
saw
人の大海
Kaku
賊
last time,
4皇
unfortunately.
の一角を
This is
担
the
う
last
強大な
Water
海賊
7.
であると語るガープ。その4皇を食い止める力
We
と
will
して
see someone
海
very
軍
fun
本
on the next
豪
level,
華
though.
七部会が存在し、3つの勢力が拮抗することで世界の平穏は保たれ
Because
てい
the
る。
next level is Sabaody.
さらにもう一人
And
ルフィの肉親に衝撃的
the
な人
next
物
level
が
is
いること
Sabaody.
が判明
And
す
the
る。
next Sabaody level
その人物と
is
は
like the
革
first
命
level
家
in this game,
モ
in
ン
the
キ
story
ー D
mode,
ドラゴン
where you don't play as any of the
ル
Straw
フィの
Hats.
実の父親だという。ドラゴンは世界政府打倒を目指す革命軍の頂点に立つ男であり、
And I will say this right
知らぬ
now,
者はいない世界最悪の犯罪者
all
である。
but 2 of the supernovas are playable in this game.
これやっぱ言っちゃまずかったかの今のなし。さてお前はわしの孫なのでこの島で捕らえるのはやめたと軍には言い訳しておくので安心しろ。
As a matter of fact,
その
because of
後
one of the
一
characters
人の
that
海
you
兵
can
がルフィの前に姿を現す。
Bonnie is the only one that is not in this game whatsoever.
僕が誰だかわかりますか？
As a matter of fact, I actually farmed up. Yeah, so some of
僕
the
です。コービーです。覚えていませんか？
first of all, it's always nice to see Kobe. A lot of the elite enemies have like faces or head models based on canon characters, like some of the gladiators from Dressrosa, or some of the giants, like Dory Broggy, Tajruddin, some people like that. One of the elite enemies is modeled after Apu. And so he technically makes an appearance in this game, just not as Apu. But while I was farming just this week, I actually, well, just last night, I guess, I actually saved up a lot of upgrade materials to upgrade one very specific character that we can play as in the next level. Because I really want to show him off. And I think you are going to enjoy this.
チビで泣き虫だったあのコビー？
本当か？
海軍総長コビー。彼はイーストブルーでルフィとゾロに出会い、海兵になるという夢を後押しされた少年である。
近くにお二人がいると聞いて、いても立ってもいられなくて、今の僕があるのはお二人のおかげですから。しかしお前、成長期にも程があるぞ。驚いた。なんでグランドラインにいるんだ？
Slight manga spoilers, Kobe gets
まだ
something
まだ
really
将
fun
校には
in
慣れてな
some
い
of
け
the
ど、
recent chapters.
今は本部でガープ中将に鍛えてもらってるんです。ルフィさん、このグランドラインの後半の海の呼び名を知ってますか？新世界、次の時代を切り開く者たちの集う海、その海を制した者こそが海賊王です。
I think Petty Officer is actually higher than
もっともっと強くなりますから必ずまた
or
新
somewhere
世界で
around
会いま
Tashigi
しょ
at
う。
least. In the
新
ranking
世界
hierarchy.
麦原さん、手配書見ましたか？あんたとんでもねえ額ついてるぜ。それに他のみんなも追加手配されちまってる。
I'm not sure.
ソゲキングにもついてるぞ。
Oh yeah, and
なん
here's
で俺だけ選んだよ。これのどこが俺だ。笑われるんだ。俺は世界中のレディーから
俺だって海賊だぞ。ちゃんと男らしく戦ったんだ。
Yeah, so a couple things about these wanted posters. Yes, Chopper is effectively only worth like 50 cents. He turned into a fucking monster and yeeted a member of CP9 across the island. He kind of deserves a bigger bounty. And unfortunately, he does not leave the 4-digit range. Or I'm sorry, he does not enter the 4-digit range, to my knowledge. His current bounty, as in the current manga bounty for Chopper, is like 500. So like $5. But that Sanji poster, I mentioned it before in Pirate Warriors 3, that is because that the person who takes all the pictures for the bounties, when he was trying to take Sanji's poster picture, the camera lens was still on. And so he didn't get a picture. So they had to use that. I'm not kidding about that, by the way. That's legitimately the reason. This also starts an entire, like, whole arc of weirdness with Sanji's posters. Because, every single poster that Sanji has irritates him in some weird way that's not explained until his most recent posters.
まあ、いろいろと言いてえことはあるだろうが、見てほしいのはこっちなんだ。兄貴が賞金首になっちまった。
Also,
このウォーターセブンにいちゃ兄貴の命が危ないんだ。
Like, Frankie's bounty is
兄貴は
impressive
俺たちが心配で島を出ようとし
until
ね
you
えから
think about the fact that he knows how to
兄貴
build
を
the
海へ
Pluto.
連れ出してくれ。あの人もともと海賊の子なんだよ。
夢の船が完成したぞ。フランキーの兄貴がみんなを呼んでこいって。あと出港したはずの海軍が戻ってきてるんだ。
Oh, and
急いだ方がい
one
いか
thing
も
I
しれね
noticed.
じいちゃんが
One very big thing to point out, Luffy is currently wearing a red vest and or red shorts and an orange vest. That is his Thriller Bark outfit. In this game, it is referred to as his After Water 7 outfit. It's less a family and more of a gang. It's kind of like a found family, basically. Also, welcome! Welcome to the first time to the stream. But yeah, the Frankie family are basically a bunch of punks that Frankie beat up and took under his wing because they didn't actually have anywhere else to go. Yeah, like, Luffy's outfits are, it's very good, color combinations. Like, it's very loud, but it's also very Luffy. Let's see. Can I upgrade you any further? No. Anything here? Yeah, I've gotten a lot of stuff, as you can kind of see. Grab this, and oh, here we go. I've also learned some things about how this game works. So I can actually change up skills. Not really this, so. Oh, perfect. Lovely.
おいルフィ、こちらじいちゃん。すまんがやっぱり海のモクルとなり。
おいじいちゃん、なんだよ。ここでは捕まえねえっつったじゃねえか。
うるさい、わしにもいろいろあるじゃ。さてと。
Yeah, I love how Sanji, or I love how Garp is just like, I'm gonna let you go because you're my grandson. And then he gets yelled at by the higher ups and he's like, well, now I have to capture you because I'm gonna get yelled at. And he keeps having to like go back and forth like that.
フランキーは外してるが船はできてる。俺が代わりに見せよう。
でけえ、かっこいい。
I love one fact about the
いつか
Sunny.
海賊王に
Everybody who sees the Sunny thinks that that's not a lion's head, but instead a flower, like a sunflower.
フランキーはどこ行ったんだ。俺あいつに決めたんだ。船大工。
本気であいつを連れて行く気があるんだ。力ずくで連れて行く。それが唯一の手段。
俺たちが無理にでも兄貴を連れてくる。手伝ってくれ、麦わらさんたち。
I don't remember what the gimmick for this level is. Or what the like gimmick for getting Frankie in
頭
is.
下げてくるまで認めちゃならねえ。
今回ばかりはこいつの言うことが正しい。深い謝罪を聞けるまでは黙って待てる。
Why don't you just boot
あ
Toby
な
and
た
Joe
と
real
こ
quick?
こで再会できてよかった。必ずまた新世界で会いましょう。
Unfortunately for Luffy, Toby, you're going to be reuniting very soon. A lot sooner than you might have hoped.
年は取りたくないもんじゃ。最近パワーが落ちていかんわい。
じいちゃんがどうにかしねえと攻撃が止まらねえぞ。
So, apparently, you like. Speaking of Garp, I know I keep saying, like, yeah, he has been removed from this game as a threat to character. Apparently, the entirety of every, like, new DLC pack has been data mined, and so we, in theory, know every single character that's going to be added. I kind of hope that some of them are wrong, but one of the leaks claims that the third DLC pack is going to contain not only young Roger, like Roger in his prime, but also Rayleigh and young Garp. And I actually think that would be very interesting to see if that's true.
砲弾投げろやめろ。
じいちゃんにもらってやめるとは何事じゃ。
That's kind of your job. Let's go.
ようになりおって。
There we go.
てめ
I don't have to worry
覚
about
悟は
getting
できてんだ
you
ろ
know,
う
all
な。
over the face from this old dude.
許してくれ。
I don't like this bit of the level because it's like there are two bridges here, and you'd think they're both going the same way, so they're both going to the same destination, but one of them is kind of cut off and doesn't go to the other side of the place. Oh, something that I discovered, I think last night. One of the most efficient things for me to do until Dressrosa, for like farming for money and coins, is to just do the boss fight level with Ruchi. Because with Katakuri, I can kill him in like less than a minute. So fun thing about Frankie here. So Frankie is basically a living gun at this point. But the funniest thing about that is that attack that he just did against me of like running towards me and firing stuff out of his shoulder, I guess. He has to dislocate his own shoulders. Because Frankie actually doesn't want to come. He doesn't want to come with us. Like, he wants to stay behind. But Frankie wants to stay behind because he basically kind of hates himself for what happened to, he kind of hates himself for what happened to Tom, because he thinks it's his fault. And that's kind of why he's been through this entire time, and that's part of why he started the Frankie family in the first place. He feels responsible and wants to make amends. This does lead to one of my favorite moments of Robin, where she takes him by force. Oh. So one thing about once in this game, I found out that one of the DLC characters for the original round DLC was Odin. He was like the last DLC character added until like a month ago, until the new sets were announced. And apparently Odin is like one of the best characters in this game. Or at least was before the DLC drop. Before the new DLC drop. Because his taunt, Odin's taunt, is just him pulling out a like fucking pot of Odin and eating and healing. Like, that's just one of the many reasons that he is like the best. Oh, I gotta get her over here. I'm just very kid. This is actually very good for Sanji now that I think about it. Escorting Robin like this. But yeah, this is without a doubt one of my favorite Robin moments in the series. So one of So this actually spawned one of Robin's specials. This whole scene. Oh yeah, Frankie is just without pants right now.
パンツ取ったぐらいで。そもそも俺は船大工を辞めた身だ。
See you soon.
だからそいつは
Or see you later.
俺の作る生涯最後の船になる念願だったんだ。それこそが
But yeah, Frank is just
夢
pantsless
の
right
船
now.
だ。
Like, completely.
待てフランキー、
Hey, a PNG.
こいつはまだ
That's kind
お
of
前
why
の言う
he's
夢の
posed
船
like
には
that
な
with
っ
his
てねえ
hand
は
in
ずだ。
front of his pelvis.
出港していくつもの海を越えて幾度もの戦いや困難を乗り切り海の果てへ到達した時、その運命の日を見届けた時に初めて夢の船になるんじゃなかったのか。
Bye,
やりて
cutie.
えことが変わったんだ。
I feel like that's going to ruin you for the next few days.
それは違う。お前が今この島でやってることは全て償いだ。もういい加減に自分を許してやれよ、フランキー。
But yeah, Frankie here, he just is doing all of this to because he doesn't feel worth forgiving. He thinks what he has done and what he has caused, that being Tom's
旅の荷物です 兄貴。
arrest and being taken to impel down to
頭
effectively
振り絞って一
execute him.
生懸命考えたんです。
子分どもに敷かれたレールを
He doesn't feel
棟
worth
梁の俺が歩けるか。
forgiving because of that.
申し訳ねえ。でも少しくらい考えたらダメですか。
Even though he's done so much good, so much so that
俺
he's
たち
like
みてえなゴロつきを拾っ
contributed
て
to
くれた
wrecking the place
第
that
四人
killed
の
Tom, basically.
あんたの幸せも考えたらダメですか。
And then,
さあ乗れよフランキー、俺の船に。
so the reason that Frankie just fell back like that in the cutscene,
生意気言うんじゃねえよ。ハリボテ修理しかできねえ
the
素人ども
entire
め。
time
これだけ立派な船
that
に
he was here,
大工の一人も乗ってねえとは船が不憫だ。
the
仕
entire
方
time that he
ね
was here canonically,
え。世話してやるよ。
Robin was just grabbing his dick
おめえらの船の船
and
大工。
squeezing.
このフランキーが請け負った。
やったー。
Like, before this whole, like, chase sequence starts of, like, Dark coming after them because they're pirates, Iceberg basically tells the crew, hey, if you want Frankie, you're gonna need to take him by force. And Robin kind of takes that to the extreme.
あとは
When he gets here, he just makes two arms come out of his thighs, reaches up and squeezes.
お前ら新しい船に乗り込め。ただし途中の海軍はみんなぶっ飛ば
And
すぞ。
that actually got turned into
キャプテン。
one of Robin's specials in these games called Just Fleur Grab, which is a single target insta-kill, which is functionally a single target insta-kill.
まあ足止めでもしとこう。
Alright, let's go see how actually difficult RPG
イ
is.
ソップが青生地から逃げられるかな。
Oh shit. I seriously have to go all the way around again?
あるのこんなところに氷の壁が。他の道を探すしかねえか。
我らも参戦する。
Yeah, like, And when everybody is like, what the fuck are you doing? We want him to still be a guy by the time that he joins. She just responds, hey, he said use force. I'm using force.
俺の相手してる暇があんのか？
Yeah.
この船の名前だが
ライオネル親
Bit early there. We're not at Marineford yet. Also, welcome. You know, this RPG is a lot easier than the one from Pirate Radio's 3 versions of events. If it wasn't for fucking invincibility, at least. There. Get off your rock, buddy. You should have a faster, faster route there.
なかなかやるじゃねえの。これ以上の邪魔は野暮ってもんだな。
We're starting a fight. Yeah, this is actually. Yeah, it's very fun because you can just go like, oh, we need to avoid Aokiji. I'm like 13 levels higher than him. I ain't running like the bitch that you think that I am. Oh, himself is being held up by someone. Probably. Oh shit. What a funky camera going. Oh, I did find out. Apparently, Exactly. Okay, so there are 5 admirals throughout the course of the series that we've like seen active admirals. The only one of them. There is only one of them that is not a complete bitch, in my opinion. And it's fucking Fujitora. Oh, right! Happy birthday! Officially, like, locally, at least. I know you still have a, I think, a couple hours? Like 2 hours until your birthday, but officially, so very happy birthday to you! Dressrosa is a later arc. Fujitora hasn't actually made an appearance in the series as of where this takes place, at least. He comes later.
蹴散らしてくれる。
I mean, there is several Marineford levels. So we're probably going to see at least 1 or 2 of them this story. But yeah, this is, yeah, there's... I will say one thing about this game. There is a lot of enemies, and it is just fun. It is just dumb fun mowing through them. I would hope so, like... After that, they should be getting a full fucking potion. Retire with benefits, my guy. Yeah, it's like all these like grunt marines seeing this guy like zombie set his foot on fire and then use that to kick them. And that's not even him trying. I mentioned earlier, I saw this video about, oh, hi, Garp. Just showed up out of nowhere. I mean, I guess not out of nowhere. I mean, considering they're bosses, I wish you could cast them. But I mentioned it before, or like at the start of the stream, but I saw a video basically putting all the characters in the game in a tier list. You question that. There is actually a, I think she's a Vice Admiral now, Vice Admiral Tsuru. She actually has an ability, the ability of the Wash fruit. Chopper is just the best. I love the whole like. Yeah, Tsuru, she has the Wash fruit, which can actually purify bad guys, like make them not evil anymore. Yeah, with Chopper, I actually really like his connections with Robin, because it literally just does feel like a mom with a child. Tsuru is actually part of Garp's generation as well. She's part of Garp's generation. Time has not been kind to her, unfortunately.
フランキーを仲間に加え、海軍の追撃をかいくぐり、新しい船に乗り込んだ麦わらの一味。だがそこにウソップの姿はなかった。やがて船は出港し、ウォーターセブンの町は小さくなっていく。その時、船を追って一人の男が現れた。
I saw this thing recently, like, theorizing that, like, I saw this theory that Tsuru is actually Nami's grandma. Yeah, this is actually a very good scene because it is like this is kind of just him realizing, yes, I was an idiot, I was an asshole, And I do need to apologize for that before you
サニー
guys
号
can
から伸
actually
びたル
trust
フィ
me
の腕が
to
ウソップを
around
つか
me
み
again.
船に引っ張り上げる。ようやく全員が揃い、一味は
Oh, and
歓喜に
one
沸き
thing
立
that's
つの
cool
だ。
about this,
サウザンドサニー号。
過酷なる千の海を太陽のように陽気に越えていく船。
the
アイスバーグが提案した船の名前を気に
oh,
入っ
one
た一
cute
味
thing
は
about the
本
name,
格的に
they
船
get
を
the
出
Thousand
す。
Sunny from
さあ行くぞ
Iceberg,
驚異
but
の
Frankie
緊急加
prefers
速
his
装
own
置
name, which is not the Thousand Sunny.
バースト
And this, the coup de burst,
クードバーストによって一気にガープたちの砲撃から抜けた
The coup de burst
麦わらの一味は
will launch
サニ
the
ー号と
Sunny
共に新たな航海に突き進む。
メリー号
a
にでき
full
て
kilometer.
この船にできねえことは何一つない。だが
The
あの
coup de
船の
burst
勇敢な
launches the
魂
ship
が
a full
こ
kilometer
のサウザンドサニー号がついでいく。
in
今日から
distance.
こいつがおめえらの
It
船
takes
だ。
3 barrels of cola to do so, but one other cool thing, the coup de burst was actually inspired by oh shut up. The coup de burst was actually something that was inspired by something that Frankie did with the Mary when they were escaping. When they were escaping Annie's lobby on the Mary, Sanji actually closed the gates of justice to make like a bunch of whirlpools spawn that are usually there if the gates are closed, thus messing with the aiming of it would they mess with the aiming with all the battleships, so they couldn't hit the sun, so they couldn't hit the Mary as it was escaping. But when they were like out of range, or when they were like safely out of range of the cannons, Frankie did shoot a giant coup de vent, which is his like handheld version of it, to launch the Mary like a kilometer away. And so the coup de burst is actually thanks to the Mary, or thanks to something that Frankie did on the Mary. Which is one of the reasons, which is one of the things that Frankie means when he says anything that the Sunny can do, or anything that the Mary could do, the Sunny can and more. Oh, hey, I have Aokiji. Oh, really? I might unlock you after kicking your ass. Alright. So. We're at Savodi. Unfortunately, again, we're skipping Thriller Bark, which would be very appropriate given that it's almost Halloween and it was just Friday the 13th. But. Yeah, so that bird is actually a pigeon named Hattori. And before you find out that Lucci is part of CP9 when he's just a dock worker, my bounty is like 5 cents at best. But before you find out that Lucci is part of CP9, Hattori is basically his voice. Like, Lucci speaks through Hattori. Also, Hattori is actually one of Lucci's specials. You can use Hattori and like you like pop Hattori out of your hat and heal yourself, or Hattori brings back, or Hattori brings you back an item later, which is really cool. Yeah, Thriller Bark was a really cool. Well, okay, I will admit that Thriller Bark wasn't exactly my favorite level in Pirate Warriors 3, but at least it was there. Unfortunately, that means that Perona is also not in this game. Well, these look familiar. Or, well, these don't look familiar. so I feel like rubber would be a bit too springy. So, this is the first level in this game, in the story mode, that you don't play as any of the Straw Hats. Oh yeah, and this is just
ウォーターセブン
recapping.
を出航後
Hey,
不
we're
気味な
skipping
海
over Thriller Bark.
フロリアントライアングルに迷い込む一味。そこでヨミヨミの実を食べた骸骨のブルックと出会う。
The
死んで
Dino
骨だ
Fuck
け
is
ブル
actually
ックですどうぞよろしく
Diaz
桜
Drake.
花七部会月光モリアに奪われた影を取り返したいブルックとともに一味はモリアが支配する
You can
島
actually play as him with
ス
the
リラー
DLC.
パークに乗り込む。激闘の末モリアを倒すことに成功した一味だがそこにもう一人の七部会バーソロミュー・クマが
Oh
現れ
yeah, Kumo was also playable in the last game, but
政
he's
府の
not
命
in
令
this.
でルフィを狙うクマの攻撃で全滅寸
Which
前
is
まで
really
追い
weird
込まれ
because
た一味だ
Pacifist
が
doesn't appear.
唯一意識を保っていたゾロの命がけの交渉により窮地を逃れる。
おいおめえ生きてんのかあいつはどこだここで何があった
何もなかった。
ブルックを仲間に迎え入れた一味はグランドラインを半周した地点レッドラインに到達する。新世界に入る下準備のためシャボンディ諸島へ向かう途中一味はかつてイーストブルーで戦った魚人ハッちゃんと再会。ハッちゃん
Oh
と
yeah,
和解
because
した
it's
一味
DS Blue, we don't know who
彼の案内
fuck
で
Hachi
シャ
is.
ボンディ諸島に上陸する。しかしそこでは天竜人と呼ばれる者たちが横暴な行為を繰り返した。
Member singular, I'd say, but
天竜人
sure.
とは世界政府を作った王たちの末裔でありもし逆らえばたちまち海軍大将が派遣されるという。
So according to the video that I saw, like ranking the characters,
そんな彼らとの間にい
once
さかい
again,
を起こし
Akainu
ハッちゃん
is
が
like
撃たれる。
one of the
それを
best in
目
the
の当
game.
たりにしたルフィは激怒し
Him and two
天
of the
竜
DLC
人の一人
characters.
を殴り飛ばしてしまう。この一大事件は瞬く間に海軍に伝わり一味は完全に包囲される。絶体絶命の状況で一人の男が姿を現した。
その麦わら帽子は
Hi,
精
Rayleigh.
悍な男によく似合う。
I'd
会い
be
たかっ
very
たぞ。
interested to see if
Monkey
you're from the
D.
DLC
Luffy.
soon. Yep. So now, in this level, you can play as Law or Kid. Which, by the way, I have some cool costumes for Law. But, very serendipitously, very fortuitously, we have a birthday in the chat. A very certain someone named Omega Egg has a birthday today. And so, to celebrate that, let's try out Kid.
始まるんだよ新しい時代が
For a very happy birthday to Omega Egg. Oh. Hey, Panda Man showed up too. Holy shit, Panda Man showed up to wish you a happy birthday too.
一方その頃シャボンディ諸島の各地には超新星と呼ばれる懸賞金額億超えのルーキー海賊たちが集結していた。
Welcome to Sabaody Park. If you remember from Pirate Warriors 3, Arlong, in the East Blue, Arlong had his, place called Arlong Park. The reason for that, and the reason it was designed like it was to emulate Sabaody Park here. He loved Sabaody Park, and so he just wanted to recreate it, or make an homage to it, basically, in the East Blue in Kokoyashi Village. Or Coco Village, I guess.
大変なことになった。麦わらのルフィが天竜人をぶっ飛ばしたって。
船の出港準備は
Beige. Edge.
昨日すでに
今すぐ船に向かう。大将なんぞに
Edge
出て
has
こ
a
られて
really
たま
weird
るか。
power. And that's saying something.
出航
yeah,
準
here's
備
Drake.
だけしておけ。
I think in English, Drake is voiced by, I think it's
さて、
Wesker.
誰が出てくるか。
I think Wesker voices him in the English dub.
ホーキンス船長。
落ち着け。
Hiya, bitch.
今日俺の命日とは出ていない。
天竜人を殴っただと。本気か。噂通りのイカれ具合だな。麦わらのルフィ。
Very interesting detail that he's looking at that one specifically. That arm specifically. Yeah. The Fisher Tiger arguably isn't a random motherfucker, but he is like super powerful. He was like super powerful. And he freed a bunch of slaves from the Celestial Dragons, but the reason that he was the reason he got jumped was not because like they were powerful enough to kill him, but because it was an ambush, basically. He was tricked. Or he was tricked into showing up. The Marines surrounded him and then gave him fatal wounds. And then he actively, basically because of his own, like, technically racism, like his own internalized racism, basically, he just refused to be saved. He could have been saved if he had gotten transfusion, but the only transfusible blood at the time available was from humans, and he didn't want to do that.
大将と今ぶつかるのはごめんだが、挨拶くらいはしてやろうじゃねえか。
面白いもんを見逃したようだ。麦わら屋か。顔を見に行くとしよう。
The effect that they put on certain models that are supposed to be like fuzzy is so stupid. Like they just put a blur effect on his hat. Alright, so now I gotta go. So now I gotta go save some dumbass pirates. But yeah, this is actually the character that I basically saved up to upgrade. As you can see, I have 631 coins. Or 631 fairy coins. I'm going to use all of them on this one character. Because apparently that's how much it takes to fully upgrade a single character. Oh. God damn it, I don't even have coins for him yet. Okay. Yes, actually. Well, I'm going to upgrade him as much as I can, at least. Because I forgot that some upgrades require coins for him. And you can't actually get coins for him until you unlock him. Unless you do the treasure log, but I'm not doing that off screen just yet. Not that he really needs it. I'm kind of insanely strong at this point. At this point in the game. Wonderful. I've now finished, like, not even half of his map. Oh man. All his specials are locked out by the rest of the game. Locked off in the rest of the game. That's all. Yes, I did. You have to farm a lot of coins. Like I said, you have to farm a lot of coins in this game. Because, so full transparency, I do have a save editor for like PS4 games, and I use that on my own, on my like personal private file on the PS4. Just because I didn't want to have to farm for all those coins again. And basically the only edits that I can make to a save file are giving me every coin, giving me every soul, and then giving me max money. And I did that for my other file. I still have to farm coins regularly because 1,000 is not enough to upgrade it. Like 1,000 gets you like halfway or like through 1.5 characters fully upgraded. Which, like, that's a lot, but it's still, that's excessive. And for the record, I'm not going to use... For the record, I'm not going to use, I'm not going to use the save editor on this file, because that would cheapen the experience, I feel like. Well, cheapen the viewing experience for you guys. Like, I wouldn't bring it up if I was going to use it, frankly. Let's see... How about a one-piece pickup line? Are you Robin after the first meeting with Aokiji? Because I'm going to melt your heart. Oh, that's a good one. I'm not good with pickup lines, like, even cheesy ones. Let's see. I'm not a romantic. Oh, there we go. Hey, we get to see a dinosaur.
ドレークや手伝ってやろうか
死の外科医トラファルガー・ロー俺に構う必要はない
Hey, a dinosaur. Well, okay, technically this is a dragon. Because apparently that's how this works in this universe.
おかげでこっちもただじゃ済まねえ。
カポネギャングベッジか。今俺たちに思想は見えない。
I'm mad that this isn't a form change.
ゴーマの層。
君の悪い能力だな。魔術師バジル・ホーキンス。野郎ども、やり合う準備はいいか。
はい、バーサー。
奴らの負けだ。兵力差でな。
Yeah, like most of Bedge's crew is currently inside him.
麦わらのルフィ。天竜人を殴るとは正気じゃねえな。
完全に包囲される前にここを動かなければ。
Yeah, he's actually made of straw, which I don't understand how his power really works, if I'm honest.
バジル・ホーキンス、動けな、撃つぞ。
ドローマンの出番はなさそう。
Because his power is like fortune telling based, but also he can turn into straw. So small spoiler, I guess. Bedge's power is actually called the Castle Fruit. He is a castle human, which means he can store people inside of him just as a castle. He can also actually turn into a giant castle as well, that he calls Big Father. Right, I think going down here and saving them will give me one of them following me around. But yeah, one of the DLCs. But one of the DLC packs for one of the DLC character packs that was released like I think a couple of years ago now, was based around the supernovas, and it added 3 of the supernovas that weren't playable as playable vessels. Like in the base game, you don't get to play as Drake, but that DLC pack actually allows you to play as Human Drake with a form change into a giant dinosaur form. It also adds food, which is a bit odd because I don't think Arut has really done anything yet. Even to this day, I don't think he's really done much. You must be a member of the fire tank pirates, because you're going to be killing me, father. That works. You must be following around Kid because you have a killer body. Which actually is... which actually reminds me, Killer is actually playable with the DLC. He was, the Killer... Killer, Uruk, and Drake were the DLC pack for the Supernovas. And then every other Supernova, barring Apu and Bonnie, are base games. I'm actually kind of proud of that Killer one. I'm just mowing through. Oh, that's the one that. Okay. Yeah, so Kid's playstyle. So Kid's playstyle here, he basically, as you can see, like he gains metal built up on his arms, and that just boosts his normal attacks. But that just boosts his attacks, and I mean, there's probably a couple of lawnmower blades here. Unfortunately, apparently if it gets knocked out, you lose all the built-up parts. And some of the strongest attacks remove the parts. It kind of sucks. I'm also kind of sad that he doesn't get some of his stuff from later on, because we don't really see what he can actually do until Wata. Which might be a bit spoiler, but I just kind of want to see what, or I just kind of want to actually be able to use some of his cooler effects. So there was a certain scene in this series, or in this bit of the series, that was technically Empire Warriors 3. Now that Kid is here, I think they can actually do it properly, and I kind of hope that they do, because I don't remember if they did. Because I don't remember it. That one's actually kind of cool. But yeah, because they don't know that this is what this is yet, they think this is just a this is just Kuma.
どうにか撃退できたが、七部会とやり合う羽目になるとはな。
本当にクマ本人だったのか。まあいい。今は麦わら屋だ。
こうでなくちゃな。
Kuma is several He's like 20 feet tall, I think. I think Kuma is the tallest character to have ever been a warlord. Even taller than Moria. Yeah, he's 22 feet tall. Or 22 and a half. Yeah, Kuma is 22 and a half feet tall, which is 1 inch shorter than Moria. I also kind of feel bad because I wanted to show off his taunt. Well, I wanted to see Kid's taunt. Speaking of Kuma, actually, we know why he's that big now. Kind of. The new... Again, this is like manga chapters. This is manga spoilers like to the max because this is like leaks. This is raw scans that I've seen. We know why Kuma is so big. I'm not going to tell you why because I don't fully understand myself, and again, massive spoilers, but... It isn't actually one of those, like, this is One Piece and it's just like that type things. Like with horns. Yeah, and then this is another one of those instances of, I'm very sad that they didn't, I'm very sad that I'm very sad that they didn't add in the characters, the like pre-time skip versions of the Straw Hats, because you can only play as these 4. And the reason why that they don't have like the pre-time skip versions of any of the other Straw Hats is because all of their playstyles are built around their post-time skip abilities. Like Nami, Chopper, and Robin up there, they're all technical types. Like Usopp here, they're technique types. But each of their gimmick is based around something that they only get in the post-time skip. Like Robin's gimmick is some of her combos will just spawn another Robin to do the same combo again. And she doesn't get the ability that lets her do that until post-time skip. Let's see. Oh yeah, and then we get these new outfits. Hey, you found the One Piece! Now let's take it off and get down to business. Referring to like a One Piece swimsuit. That one was kind of bad. Like I said, I'm not good at... Like I said, I'm not good at this. Like, the good ones happen on accident. He is apparently one of the best characters in this game. Maybe we don't have too many of those. Considering what that usually means as a kid. Let's see. Oh yeah, I do have... Yeah, I unlocked his Ashura special move. Oh, also with Kid, Kid actually does have a post-time skip outfit, which, weirdly enough, changes his hair. Call me Brooke, because I want to see those panties. Oh yeah, and this is, them meeting Rayleigh.
ああ、副船長をやっていたシルバーズ・レイリーだ。よろしくな。
しかしよ、ゴールド・ロジャーが処刑されたってことは一味は全員海軍に捕まったんだろ？
捕まったのではない。不治の病にかかっていたロジャーは最後の航海でグランドラインを制覇した後自首したのだ。
This line, this, like, statement here, I just realized I'm not sure how widespread that knowledge is in One Piece, in, like, the universe of One Piece. Like, I don't know how many people would actually know that Roger gave himself up instead of being captured. Like, actually being captured. Because I think that the government would just keep that a secret. Keep that under wraps that he surrendered peacefully. Because it would make them look pathetic. Like, the only way we could catch this guy is for him to give himself up.
そして航海処刑の場で大海賊時代の幕開けとなる最後の一言を残した。わずかに灯った命の火を奴は豪華に変えた。我が船長ながら見事な人生だった。
じゃあまるでこの大海賊時代は意図してロジャーが作ったみてえだな。
そこはまだ答えかねる。ロジャーは死んだのだ。今の時代を作れるのは今を生きてる人間だけだよ。
Yeah, he's basically saying,
一個だけ聞きてんだけど、
my time's over,
ワンピー
it's
スって
your
のは
job to
本
figure
当
this
に
out
最
now.
後の島に。
ウソップ！宝がどこにあるかなんて聞きたくねえ。宝があるかないかだって聞きたくねえ。
So I mentioned this in Pirate Warriors 3. Luffy is literally saying here, I don't care about the end of this journey, I care about the journey itself. And like, that is such a wonderful response to literally anybody in the world who says, One Piece is too long. Like, okay. The series itself has acknowledged that. Like, he's basically saying, I don't care if it's even real at this point, I just want to see if I can find it. Because seeing if I can find it is the fun part. And again, this is something I said in Pirate Warriors 3, I think a couple times. If it wasn't for Ace's death, and Luffy going into shock, basically, I think Marineford would have ended the series. Because he's saying here, like, he doesn't want to know if there really is a treasure.
ここでおっさんに何か教えてもらうんなら、俺は海賊やめる。つまらねえ冒険なら、俺は死ね。
Like, he literally says here, if I find out anything about the One Piece before I am right in front of it looking at the damn thing, I'm going to stop looking for it. And Whitebeard confirms that it's true. Yeah, like, in fairness, DBZ is kind of short. Plus, it's mostly just fight scenes anyway. But, yeah, the real big part is, all the filler on Namek and then Boo, which, that isn't exactly DBZ's, well, that is technically DBZ's fault, but But yeah, so Whitebeard actually says yes, the One Piece is real. Whitebeard confirmed that, so we know that it's real. But if Whitebeard said that in a place where Luffy can hear it, it's very possible that Luffy just would have stopped. He would have said, okay, I already know that there's something out there to find, so the surprise of there not being anything is kind of ruined, so it's not fun anymore, so I'm just gonna stop. But because he was in shock, he didn't hear it. And I don't know if anybody ever told him that.
やれるか君に。この先の後悔は君らの想像をはるかにしのぐ。敵も強い。君にこの強固な海を支配できるか。
支配なんかしねえよ。この海で一番自由なやつが海賊王だ。
そうか。
Also, I don't know what part of the series that this happens. Oh,
どう
one
に
thing.
か包囲は突破できたが、すでに海軍の増援が到着しちまったか。
One thing before I continue. So, I think I said this before. The Sabaody Archipelago has a bunch of, is basically just a giant, forest. There's a bunch of mangroves called, I think, Hustle Muscle trees. Hustle Muscle mangroves. And they just make up the islands. But the thing about the islands is, about the trees, when they breathe, when they release oxygen, they release it into those bubbles that you see everywhere. That's why it's called the Land of Dancing Soap Bubbles or something like that. All the construction around the islands, or all the construction around the archipelago, is spherical. Because they use bubbles for a lot of the base of the construction. They get the bubble, which is very strong and very, resilient, but can only exist in the climate of the Sabaody Archipelago, and they just coat that in plaster and metal and make a house out of that. But, I was gonna say something else. God damn it. Yeah, that'll come to me later.
まずいな。偵察の余裕はないぞ。
脱出には骨が折れそうだ。
噂のイカレ野郎を一目見に来たが。
Yeah, it's a kid.
お前が麦わら屋か。そこら中の海軍がお前を目指してやってきているぞ。
誰だお前ら。
ユースタス・キッドにトラファルガーローね。ルフィ、海賊よ、彼ら。
海軍の包囲を破ってここまで来るとは半端ものではなさそうだな。
まさかこんな大物にここで出会うとは。
名誉シルバーズ・レイリー。間違いねえ。なぜこんなところに伝説の男が。
So, very interesting thing that this series doesn't do, because obviously, in the manga of One Piece, oh, that's right, that's what I was going to say. In the manga of One Piece, Law is the first of 2 characters in the entire series to ever flip someone off. When Law shows up, or when we, so in Sabaody, some shit happens, and eventually the crew, the Straw Hats, have to save their friend Mermaid, Kami, from basically being sold at a human auction. And so when they get to the human auction house, Law and Kid are already there. And so and they kind of meet there, and when Kid walks up to Law and like greets him, Law just turns to him and flips him off. Shows him a middle finger. In the anime, that is cut. He gives him the look, but he does not extend the middle finger. The only other character in the entire series to ever flip someone off is Sanji in Sabaody Part 2, where he basically flips off the people who got him here. Because he was absolutely miserable the entire 2 years he was with them. But, oh, what I was going to say, I don't remember what part of the manga this was from, but there is a part of the manga where, we find out that Luffy has a very weird dream. Yeah? So, you know Eva? Yeah, he flipped off her friends. But, Luffy basically tells his entire crew, because he hadn't done that before, what Luffy's dream actually is. Like, what Luffy's ultimate dream is. We don't hear what it is, but we see their reaction, and most of them are either confused or laughing. So we don't actually know what Luffy wants to do. But we do know for a fact, it's the same thing that Roger did. And I don't think Luffy knows that. Because I think if Luffy did learn, hey, this is what Roger wanted to do, he would say, oh, I want to do that too. And it would have come out a lot sooner. But, like, we don't know what Luffy's end goal here is, other than being a pirate king. We don't know what he wants to do with that. The reaction that the crew gives to Luffy... Yeah, the reaction that Luffy gets from his crew isn't really a fear response. It's, you realize how ridiculous that sounds, right? Or, I mean, yeah, that makes sense. It's Luffy. But no one says that it can't be done, or that it's scary or bad. And that's very interesting.
この島じゃただの霊さんで通っている。もはや老兵、平穏に暮らしたいのだよ。
Also, he has a fucking hot wife
それと話は
who
後
owns a
にし
business.
すっかり海軍に包囲されているようだ。
Who is really cool because of something that's shown in the manga later.
犯人は速やかに降伏せよ。じきに大将が到着する。どうなっても知らんぞルーキーども。
Also, another cute detail about you really think he'll listen? But one cute thing about Rayleigh's wife. Rayleigh's wife is this woman named Shakyaku, aka Shaki, which is how I'm going to be pronouncing it from here on. Shaki runs a bar called Shaki's Ripoff Bar, which is, you know, honest. But she's really cool because she's the one who gives you details about, like, all the supernovas. She gives you details about all the supernovas, and by extension, she gives the crew all the details, and by extension, the audience. And basically admits, yeah, I'm betting on you. I'm betting on you kids to win. And she kind of out-perverts Brooke. Because, obviously, Shaki is a very attractive woman. which is very impressive considering she's 60. But she is very attractive, and so obviously Brooke goes, "Hey, can I see your panties?" And she's just like, "Yeah, sure, which ones?" And kind of breaks Brooke. I need to change these. This one's good. Okay. Alright, you need skills. Yep. Rayleigh has a wife, a very hot wife, and yeah, Rayleigh's wife is a very hot woman named Jackie, and Brooke, because she's very hot, has to see the panties, or has to see her panties, and her response is basically, "Yeah, sure, which ones? I'll go get them. I'll go get them if I'm not wearing them, in which case I'll just drop my pants." Where is it? Which pickup line? Oh my god. There we go. Oh, right. I can... Call me Zorro, I got lost in your eyes. I'm sure I've heard that one before, but that is actually a good one. Hey, we actually get the full thing now. This is a really cool one.
邪魔になるだけだ。俺に命令するな、ユースタスや。撃て！リペン！
I like that they redid this scene. That's very much appreciated.
Shambles.
気をつけろ。こいつらに大砲は効かねえ。3人とも能力者だ。
Yes, actually it is. I appreciate they still got in the Luffy calling their powers weird.
お前らはバラバラに分かれて逃げてくれ。後でサニー号に集合しよう。分かった。目も気をつけろよ。ルイ。
私も行くとするか。後で落ち合おう、諸君。
Tommy used his kid because this attraction is magnetic. Alright, and here is Ashura.
思ったより数が多い。
The fucking wide eyes on that model. Holy shit.
大体片付いた。
そりゃ
ここからは別行動。じゃあなお前ら。
さて俺は遊園地に隠れるか。
I love this hero.
いいけどよ。お前遊びたいだけじゃねえか。つむえ。
But yeah, like, similar to that Water 7 level that I played earlier. It's like, you have to imagine all the people here are like fearing for their lives when they see this guy with 3 swords charging at them. So fun fact about, I mentioned this before, when, oh yeah, passing your stuff. I mentioned this before, but this is a really interesting.
そいつは七部会の一人だ。
七部会。強えと分かってんだから初めから全開だ。
Ooh, that last one actually reminded me of a good one. Or actually made me think of a good one. You were a snack that I want to take a bite out of like a gum gum. Referencing the pirate rap. But I mentioned this before a couple times. No Straw Hat has ever killed somebody while an active Straw Hat. And so, like, everyone that Zoro fights, he has not killed a damn one of them while he was a member of the Straw Hats. Hey, it's a Pika bitch. Or a Pika chump, if you would.
大将みんなサニー号に急げ。
Luffy, you are 10 levels higher than her, higher than him. Shut up. Well, we need to go save Nami. Maybe Nami before we beat Kizu. I think this works similar to the previous, or to the stability level in Pirate Warriors 3, where they will get up over time. Like the pacifistas will get back up. I don't know if that's... I don't know when that'll happen. Oh. I mean, technically speaking, that's how Robin works. There we go. So he's dead. Yeah, so Izuru, his power is the glint fruit rather than the turn of the light. The Japanese name for the fruit, though, is the Pika Pika no Mi. Because Pika Pika is the Japanese onomatopoeia for glimmering or glinting. Or sparkling.
待ってな。すぐに助け出して
Alright,
や
we
るからよ。
prevented the dinosaurs from being dead.
私も行くわ。
何のつもりか知らんが借りは返す。先に行け。
Unfortunately, for me, Drake does not repay that. Well, I mean, technically does repay that favor here, but.
さっさとずらかるぞ。
You're pretty guarded. How about you Sento Marry me? Sento marry me.
倒れた木で道が塞がれてやがる。回り道するしかねえか。
あいつさっきぶっ飛ばしたのに動き出した。
So, speaking of dinosaurs, Drake. Unfortunately, Drake is the only playable character in this game with an ancient zone, with an ancient zone vector. But it's kind of funny that, it's kind of funny how, in this series, dinosaur fruits aren't dinosaurs, they're ancient dragon-type fruits. Like, Drake's here is, the dragon fruit model, or ancient model Allosaurus. And ironically, the dragon fruit that's actually in this game isn't a dragon. The fruit that actually turns you into a dragon is a fish fruit. Yeah, so like, the only... The fruit that actually turns you into a dragon. Yeah, it's just a fish fruit. It's based off the, it's a mythical fish fruit. It's based off the, like, myth of the like carp climbing the waterfall to turn into a dragon. The same thing that Pokemon, the same way that Gyarados, the Pokemon is based on.
余計な借りは今返しておく。シャンブルズ。
Oh, hey. Getting rid of some Pacifists.
もうこの島に用はねえ。行くぞ。
Yeah, mythical fruits. I think mythical Zoan type devil fruits are arguably some of the strongest in the series because they're basically two fruits in one. Mythical Zoan types are basically Zoan types with Paramecia type powers.
先を急ぐぞ。
Yeah, it's a Domino.
せいぜいお気をつけなすって。
Oh, fuck off.
今世界一ガードが固い戦闘マン始めるぞ EX1 おい猿のおじき今どこいんだよ
Very frustrating thing about fighting Logia type users. When they're in this, like, powered up state, they are invincible.
まだかかりそうだ仕方ねえその間お前が相手してやる
ストローマンに頼る。
Oh, wait. Wait, what? God damn it. Alright, let's try and kill you. I am not going to avoid Kizador, I'm going to kick his ass. If Drake doesn't get in the way. Come here. Oh. Wow, I'm actually very close to doing that. Cool. Let's Kizador down. I have to walk all the way over there. Fight Santomo. Oh, of course he's back up like immediately. Lovely.
Oh, びっくりしたね。だけど無駄だよ。
I mean, if I'm honest, that's actually not that far off from what actually happened. Alright, so let's beat up a sumo. The only sumo wrestler in this game, and he doesn't show up in Wano. So, oh, hey, thank you for coming for me. Oh. Oh, God, yeah.
敵を確実に追い込め
気に食わねえ。仮の作りっぱなしは尺だからな。
Oh, right. Yeah, so Kid just shut us out from everywhere else. We are completely safe from the pestilence. Problem is, we're also now completely shut here.
ワイのガードは世界一
There.
あら、セントマル君。
Oh yeah, here's something cute about I mentioned this before again, but something really cute about Goro. A lot of his oh cool, I can actually kick his ass now. But a lot of Zoro's techniques are named after food, or more specifically like types of sushi, like tatsumaki, toro, onigiri. Of course. Have a happy birthday. I hope you get some cool stuff for your birthday too. Alright, you can jump. There we go.
とっと、なかなかやるね。でも甘いね。
やめろ
無駄だよ。今死ぬよ。
For someone who claims to be the fastest being alive thanks to being made of light, kinda takes his time here, doesn't he?
あんたの出る幕かい目をレイリー。
若い芽を摘むんじゃない。これから始まるのだよ。彼らの時代は。
おっさんありがとう。
君は行かせん。
天の村雲。
So speaking of admirals, the only reason that Garp has never been an admiral, he has only ever been a vice admiral at most. He doesn't want to be promoted above that. The reason Garp doesn't want to be promoted is because he would have had to directly answer to the Celestial Dragons, and he would not be able to do that without killing one of them.
レイリーらの助力により無事に撤退できたかと思われたその時、一味の前に本物のバーソロミュー・クマが立ちふさがった。
旅行するならどこへ行きたい？
クマのイケイケの実の力により抵抗むなしくじりじりに飛ばされていく仲間たち。
助け、もうやめろお前。
仲間たちが消され、ルフィの悲痛な叫びが虚しく響き渡る。
なんだ俺は仲間一人も救えない。
もう二度と会うことはない。さらばだ。
絶望に打ちひしがれるルフィもまた同じようにクマの手によっていずこかへと飛ばされる。グランドラインシャボンディ諸島12番グロー。この日、船長モンキー・ディ・ルフィ率いる海賊団麦わらの一味は完全崩壊を喫した。
So Kuma, we were utterly defeated. Hey, victory fanfare! You got an A rank. Oh cool, and the entire crew, barring Brooke, is not level 5. Level 5 crew level. Yeah, something else I figured out while farming. You see the coins that are like in red, the numbers in red. That means I have the max amount of coins for that character. Like I have 9,909. I have 999. So that means that any of those coins with the red number are sold, or any above the cap are sold. And I kind of realized I can make more money off of selling coins like that than I can off of the actual stage. Hey, a soul! Yeah, like, I sold coins and got 325,000 berries. I would have gotten like 440,000 if I had S-ranked the stage. And now we're just skipping over Impel Down entirely. I think there's going to be like 4 or 5 of these that in Marineford itself, which is going to be fun. So fun fact about Luffy, when he gets sent flying by Kuma, he is flying for like 3 or 4 days, no, 3 days and 3 nights. And so when he lands on Amazon Lily, Hancock's Island, he is basically starving because he hasn't had anything to eat for like 3 days. And so he just finds a boar. He finds a boar and, like, I think chases it down. I don't think he actually eats the boar, but he does find a mushroom, eats the mushroom, and then he is just covered in mushrooms now. And he has to be saved by some people from Amazon Lily. And while he is being saved, they pluck all the mushrooms off of him, set him on fire to get rid of the roots, and he's just unconscious the entire time. Well, except for when he's on fire, but you know. And then when they're washing off all the like blood and treating his wounds and all the like soot from the burning, someone makes a discovery that they missed a mushroom. And so they try and remove it. And ultimately, this makes it known that this is not a woman. And so they then just put him in a cage, naked. And so that's how Amazon Lily starts. That's how the Amazon Lily portion starts. Unfortunately, Amazon Lily is skipped over in both games, in both this and Pirate Warriors 3, but
バーソロミュー・クマに飛ばされたルフィがたどり着いたのは、桜花七部会ボア・ハンコックが治める尿ヶ島アマゾンリリー。
That outfit isn't in this game.
当初気ままに振る舞うルフィを敵視するハンコックだったが、やがてルフィの大気に触れて心を許し、すっかり惚れ込んでしまう。そんな中、重大な事件が報じられる。黒ひげマーシャル D ティーチがルフィの兄エースを捕らえ、新たに七部会に任じられたという。エースが海軍によって公開処刑されることを知ったルフィは、ハンコックの助力を得て兄が幽閉されているインペルダウンに潜入。そこでバギーや元バロックワークスのエージェントたち、革命軍幹部イワンコフら囚人たちの協力で最下層に到達するが、エースは海軍本部に移送されていた。
That outfit is.
俺行くよ。海軍本
Ace
部
actually does have his
もし
Marine
諦
Corps
めた
outfit
ら
as selectable.
悔いが残る。
上層階への通路を塞がれた一行は、さらにかつての強敵クロコダイル、戦争に反対して投獄された桜花七部会海峡のジンベエを加え脱出を図る。 そんなルフィたちの前に意外な男が現れ、かつてジャヤで出会いエースを捕らえて海軍に引き渡した張本人黒ひげであった。
久しぶりだな麦わら。もうすぐ始まるぞ。おめえの兄貴の公開処刑がよ。
黒ひげに挑発され怒りに任せて戦いを挑むルフィだが、ジンベエの説得によりエースの救出を優先してインペルダウンを脱出。しかし海軍本部へ続く航路上には正義の門が立ちはだかる。それを開くためミスター2はただ一人極難に。
Whitebeard's new voice actor. 門がもう閉まる。
You guys are gonna hear it.
俺たち行くよ。ありがと
う。麦ちゃん。必ず兄貴作ってこいや。
ミスター2の覚悟を胸に海軍本部マリンフォードへ向かうルフィたち。そこにはすでに海軍大将や桜花七部会、海兵の大軍勢が集結していた。公開処刑を前に海軍本部元帥戦国はこの戦争の意義について語る。それはエースの生い立ちに関する驚くべき事実であった。
That should worry you. Oh shit, you can start playing. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's get this shit started.
乗るか俺の船によ。
Yeah, Whitebeard's original voice actor unfortunately passed away a few years ago, and so ever since he's had to be replaced. And so here is the new one. Also, here's Panda Man in this bad news.
ここは海軍本部マリンフォード。白ひげ海賊団との決戦に備え、海軍大将や桜花七部会をはじめとした大軍勢が集結していた。公開処刑を前に海軍本部元帥戦国はこの戦争の意義について語る。
諸君らに話しておくことがある。ポートガス D エース、この男が今日ここで死ぬことの大きな意味についてだ。エース、お前の父親の名を言ってみろ。
A couple things about Sengoku here. First of all, that is actually just a seagull on his hat. A seagull is just standing on his hat. That's not like a stuffed seagull or anything. That's just a seagull. But second of all, like I said, him having a model should worry you.
俺の父親は白ひげだ。
違う。
違わねえ。白ひげだけだ。他にはいねえ。
当時、我々はかすかな情報を頼りに必死に探したのだ。あの男の子供がいるかもしれないと。世界最大の悪の血を引いて生まれてきた子供、それがお前だ。知らんわけではあるまい。お前の父親は海賊王ゴールド・ロジャーだ。
I'm curious to know if they stopped the search at
2
any
年
point.
前か。お前が自身の海賊団を結成し、船長として卓越した力と速度でこの海を駆け上がっていった時、我々はようやく気づいたのだ。ロジャーの血が絶えていなかったことに。だが我々と時を同じくしてそれに気づいた白ひげは、お前を次の海賊王に育て上げるべく。
That's actually false. That is something that Sengoku is either lying about or assuming. Whitebeard didn't know. Whitebeard didn't know that Roger even had a kid, much less it being Ace. It wasn't until Ace actually told Whitebeard himself that Whitebeard was like, oh, okay. Like, Whitebeard didn't care.
かつてのライバルの息子を自分の船に乗せた。
違う。俺が親父を海賊王にするためにあの船に。
そう思っているのはお前だけだ。現に我々が迂闊に手を出せなくなった。お前は白ひげに守られていたんだ。そして放置すれば必ず海賊次世代の頂点に立つ資質を発揮し始める。だからこそここでお前の首を取ることには大きな意味がある。
Something I just realized. He just admitted that because Ace was with Whitebeard, they couldn't lay a finger on Ace. That implies that Sengoku is literally saying the entire force of the Marines is not stronger than the Whitebeard pirates alone. Which also means, to me at least, that implies they had no safeguards against two of the Emperor's banding together. Like, if, I don't know, Kaido and Big Mom decided to partner up before this and went after the Marines, they would have just decimated the Marines. Which, on Sengoku's part, is a bit pathetic.
たとえ白ひげとの全面戦争になろうともだ。まさか
湾内海底に影が。モビーディック号が来た。
白ひげ。
何十年ぶりだ戦国。俺の愛する息子は無事なんだろうな。ちょっと待ってなエース。親父。
I want to see what this power can actually do.
勢力で上回ろうが勝ちと鷹をくくるなよ。最後を迎えるのは我々かもしれんのだ。あの男は世界を滅ぼす力を持っているんだ。
I mean, considering one of his specials is just flipping the world. Hi, Panda Man.
アイスエイジ。
Oh, that's kind of sad that this is one of these cutscenes. My fucking god is fucking... He's just in a T-pose. Oh my god, that was pathetic. I mean, he does fall out of the sky, but...
久しぶりだな白ひげ。なぜお前が白ひげをかばう。
やっぱりこのおっさんが白ひげか。 じゃあ手
Oh
出す
yeah,
な。
here's
エ
to
ースは
scale
この差を
Whitebeard.
気に入ってんだ。
小僧、その麦わら帽子。赤
In
貝
Pirate
が
Warriors
昔
3,
か
he
ぶって
was
たやつによ
twice
く
as
似
tall as
てる
Luffy.
な。
Here, Luffy is at his knee.
おっさん、シャンクス知ってんのか？これ預かってんだ、シャンクスから。
兄貴を助けに来たのか？
そうだ。
相手が誰だか分かってんだろうな。おめえの時じゃ命はねえぞ。
うるせえ！おめえがそんなこと決めんな。俺は知ってんだぞ。お前海賊王になりてんだろ。海賊王になるのは俺だ。
I also love that this conversation is basically, you should not be here, you are going to die.
足引っ張りやがったら承知しね
Fuck
え
you,
ぞ
old
あなた
man.
れ。
Oh, you're fun.
俺は俺のやりてえようにやる。エースは俺が助ける。
Like, just, I love how Whitebeard's reaction to Luffy entirely is just, you're fun. Do not let this thing die. Oh, this place is huge. Right, let's upgrade Whitebeard, because I'm gonna have to. Oh, god damn it. I don't get his full combo string. So, like, these islands, the action growth level, as it's called, that just basically upgrades your combos to unlock more of them. And unfortunately for me, this one is locked off by having at least like 6 of his coins. Beautiful. Oh. Alright, I think this actually also unlocks Whitebeard as a playable character. Oh, wait. Yeah, a lot of these... So, this is the soul map. This is another part of the DLC. You get this one just basic. Like, this goes out to all players of the game for free. You have to pay for this one. Considering some of the abilities that you have access to, and some of the abilities that are upgraded by this one, I am not... I understand why it's, like, premium. Because a lot of these skills, like, break the game's scaling. On top of just giving you 2 more skill slots. But... yeah. Also, Whitebeard doesn't really have a lot of, like, attacks. Or Whitebeard doesn't have a lot of named attacks, I should say. Oh right. Yeah, there we go.
奴らを広場に上陸させるなよ。この案内で確実に仕留めろ。
Yeah, Whitebeard is a literal giant here. He is like 20 feet. Again, he's like 20 feet tall or something, some shit like that.
エースと共に育った義兄弟であり、その血統は革命家ドラゴンの実の息子だ。
ドラゴンと
Yeah, he does like the... Oh, shit, that's actually true. He is the first giant character we have access to. And so he's apparently like really beginner friendly. For every other level in the story mode, you don't play as anyone like that. You don't play as any giant characters. Let's try and do a submission. Oh. Oh, this is early. Oh yeah, this is another one of those, his face, this elite face, is actually based on a canon character, and it is actually the correct canon character. The canon character this guy is based on is the one that's supposed to be doing this, that's supposed to be like, fucked by this.
平和を知らねえガキどもと戦争を知らねえガキどもの価値観は違う。頂点に立つ者が善悪を塗り替える。今この場所こそ中立だ。正義は勝つってそりゃそうだわ。勝者だけが正義だ。
Alright, let's go beat up a bird. God damn it. Oh, fuck off, Mihawk. Oh, god damn. That's... Mihawk, if you could do that without the cutscene, that would be wonderful.
男に敵も味方も皆同じじゃ。あの子ついて。
Oh wait, those guys are my side. On my side. Okay, let's see if this will actually work this time without being interrupted by There. That gives me more. Oh. Better make her a better control. There. The Mihawk's down. And Garth found Luffy. There. So did that.
必ず生きてここへ来ると信じておった。先を急ぐのじゃ。
Cool.
わらわが行く。覚悟は良い。
I love that, like, now that Now that there's nothing in the way, you can just kind of watch Hancock approach on the little mini map.
俺たちの力を見せてやろう。
あなたたちの思い通りにはさせません。
てめえはここで終わりだ。
There we go. So she is down, and I have to smoker.
これ以上敵を勢いづかせるな。
最後まで戦えなくてすみません。
I hate this area. I hate this map because of this area.
ここでくたばるわけに
It
もい
was
か
just
ね
so
え。
bad.
絶対だ。
And because of my off time, I play like sitting farther away from the TV. I can't even. It's even harder to see.
ないわし。 I don't actually remember. I don't remember using what you're my casual one. So it's very nice to see that he's very good at that way. Oh, cool. I just need to. Stop your turn. So, in Barbarriers 3, Marineford was split into, I think, 2 levels. Here, I think it's 5. One of which where you even get to play as Ace. Oh. Oh, right. Yeah, that does... Wait. I think that cuts off some areas. Or it's supposed to. A single rookie. You do get to play as Ace. Ace is in this game, he is playable. And you do get to play as Ace for at least one of your months of games. So I will be able to show off Ace during the story. And fortunately for me, I will actually be able to, level him up. Because there is a level before these that gives you a lot of Ace points. Oh, copy that. I hate when you use a really strong, powerful super attack, and then you're cut off by a cutscene, and that's like, cool. I was about to end the fight, but cutscene. Hey, bitch.
Like, Sengoku, you are standing next to Ace the entire time. You just smack him and you die.
死刑でいいんでしょセイさん
無論だ
悪は根絶やしにせん
Yeah, and you should go with it. Like, so something about Arcane. He admits, that the Celestial Dragons suck. And yet he's still on their side. Like, he admits they suck. But how he acts, he agrees with their methods, he just doesn't like them. Oh, shit. Come here, you brat. Oh. That was fun. He's gonna do it. There. Oh, they're both here. Wonderful. But, anyway. So, I don't understand. And this might just be another, like, me trying to apply real-world morality or stuff to a fictional character. But, like, I don't understand how Akainu can consider himself just. Maybe you better not fucking die now. Because I want to go help Buggy.
どうしても俺様の力が必要かそこまで言うなら手を組んでやろう
There we go. I'm not supposed to be trying to kill Jinbei this early. Shut up.
あれは気になるいやーもう帰りたいやつを返り討ちにしたい正気ですか何ややけだ
Yeah, so most of the cool, like, things that Buggy is attributed for, like, that's the reason that people even support him in the first place, is because they mishear him and think he said something badass.
手下にしてくれの間違いだろわしが引いたと正義は負けやせん
Once again, referring back to that, video that I saw this week from, there was like a ranking of all the characters in the game, free DLC. He basically explained, the guy in the video basically explained, Crocodile is actually kind of ruined by the game design itself. Because most of the specials that Crocodile has access to are really, really good and really, really strong. But he's a sky type. And how sky types work is, because we haven't actually seen one yet, sky types are, sky types basically just float all the time. sky types cannot land on the ground when they're in full force burst. Which means while you're in full force burst, or while Crocodile is in full force burst, he can't use his really cool or really awesome, like, helpful specials. Oh, they actually animated this one. This is a really cool scene. Like, this is so fucking cool.
とうとうここまで。
堂々としちょるのドラゴンの息子。
怖いね、この若さ。
エースは返してもらうぞ
Yeah, like,
ゴムのスタンプガザリング
like, this is a really cool scene because this is Luffy thinking, tactical. He knew that, like, piece of a mast wouldn't actually do anything to these guys. But he brought it as a
お前の
smokescreen.
じいさんは恩人だが仕方ねえよな。お前にはまだこのステージは早すぎるよ。
I think I'm over prepared for this stage, by the way. Aokiji. Like, I don't think that's the problem.
そんなに死にてえか。おっとも
兄貴と一緒にここで死んどくか。ちょっとそこどいてくれるか。
Yeah, so much of this music is so good. Like, I don't know if you were here for, I don't know if you were here for it, but, after this level, I'll show it off. The gallery theme is just so good. Like, it is just so cute, I think.
山だなおい。
ちょっとそこどいてくれるか。
There we go.
張り切ってんじゃないの。
That's the spirit. Kick my ass.
あらら。
Yeah, so I think the second Marineford level from last time is now been split up into like 3 or 4 levels here.
力がねえのなら救えねえもんは頑張ったって救えねえよ。
それ見たことか。だから言わんこうっちゃなセブル。息はあんの麦わらボーイ。
Yeah, even if you make his face fucking massive.
話せおっさん俺は
こいつはもう十分やった。手当てよ。
いらねえそんな時間ねえよ邪魔すんなエースは俺の世界でたった一人の兄弟なんだぞ
I wonder why he's specifically bringing up only brother.
野ざくだけの威勢の塊。若く無様。そういうバカは好きだぜ。
I've also been noticing, I think this game is working off a different translation than Part Warriors 3. Like, so many of these scenes, because I've seen them so much in Part Warriors 3, they have different subtitles. I mean, they functionally say the same thing, but it's worded differently in all of them, or in so many of them. Oh my god, that's so many people. Good lord. Wow, that's a lot of souls. That's a lot of souls for, you know, a regular station like this. Anyway, Nakjin Bay. Or Jim Bay. He has like 12 different spellings on his name out there that different things have used officially. Like, I think the official spelling from the anime is, in the dub, is Jinb. Jinbei. Hey, Luffy's Marineford outfit can have it selected. Lovely. This is also something kind of cute. Yeah, this is something kind of cute that this game does. As you like progress through certain things, the like diorama of the level will change. Like you can see this. Like there isn't a whole lot of battle damage, but now it's covered in lava with giant ice waves encroaching upon the land. Like, and this isn't the only one to do that. Oh yeah, and because we're now in post-time skip, like specifically Marineford era, since we have Brook, we switch to, instead of focusing on Robin with Chopper looking through binoculars to the like actual levels, we have Brook looking through a telescope to the levels. Like, that's a really cute detail. I'm going to check. Okay. Okay, so this is all my cast for. Alright. Well, first of all, gallery. I love this song. I adore this song because it is just cute. It's a piano rendition of the main title theme. Like, this is a piano rendition of the main title theme, and it just works. And even better, the name of it is Welcome to the Gallery. But, okay. I think I'm going to end stream here because I am actually kind of tired and I think I'm feeling a headache coming on. I've actually had kind of a long day. I know, right? It's adorable. I love that theme. I love that theme so much. But, so I'm going to end stream here, and then on Monday, we're going to continue, and I think I've actually had a every time I stream, I always have a drink with me, just so I don't, just so my throat doesn't like die. And it's usually not soda. But so on Monday we're going to finish out Marineford, go through the hell that is Marineford again, and then to hopefully Sabaody and the Dressrosa chapter. Because there are 6 chapters in this game, The next chapter is the Dressrosa chapter. And since this has the full bit of Dressrosa, we're gonna get to have some fun there. So, thank you for everybody who came out. Have a good night. Also, enjoy the eclipse tomorrow, if you can.